Hello, welcome to Tabletop CP and Stonewall Brigade project update number 3. So we've gone through 3 of these and multiple other videos. We've planned, we've dreamed, we've bought, we've done all the fun part of a project, and now we're into the boring doldrums of painting countless minis. And yeah, it is what it is. We're right in the middle of this thing, and it's going to be a short update this week. So not a whole lot to say on this intro. Let's just go ahead and take a look at what we got done.
Alright, so here they are, what I've got done this week. So we're right on schedule. We've got a group of line troops and then another type of troop, in this case 3 cavalrymen. So we'll take a quick look at the line troops first. You notice that there's a lot of gray in here, and that is because most of these guys are wearing shell jackets. The front rank is the Perry firing line in shell jackets, and I had mentioned that I was going to do all the shell jackets gray. I'm going to stick to that for a while until I get towards the end, and if it's looking a little too gray I might add a few butternut shell jackets in, but for now most of these guys are going to be gray. I've also done a little bit more work on the blankets on this group than the previous groups, just to try to add a little bit more contrast to them. So I got a green blanket with white stripes, red blanket with a sort of a stone gray stripes, and a khaki blanket with red stripes, and then a lot of blankets in this one, then a stone gray blanket with black stripes. So I'm going to try to coming up with different simple blanket designs is not easy, so I'm just experimenting. By the time I finish the project I'll probably have it down, but then I won't need any more. But anyway, yeah, that's the line troops, mostly shell jackets. That's just the way that it worked out this time. Not a lot of shirts in this one. I do have a Perry firing line and shirts that I will add into the formations as we go. Next up, we'll take a quick look at the 3 cavalry I got done. So there's 9 of these guys. That's a sharp practice cavalry group is 8 guys with a leader, so 9 horses. I usually do them in 2, but I decided I'd do them in 3 just so I could do 3 sets and be done instead of having a spare horse left over at the end. So yeah, these guys are really cool. These Perry plastic cavalry are really nice. These are the generic ones. You can do them as Union or Confederate. But I do love these. They look really cool. They're probably my favorite cavalry, I think. And I painted quite a bit of cavalry for all kinds of games. I have Roman cavalry, I have American War of Independence, British and American cavalry, I have Napoleonic French and British, and I have to say these guys are probably the coolest looking. They're probably the plainest looking too, but something about them I just like. You notice they're wearing gray tops, all of them, and I will probably keep all of the tops gray. I will mix up the pant color and the hat color, but other than that I think I'm going to go with all gray. They have the yellow cuffs, they have the yellow collars, so they're definitely Confederate cavalry, and I'm happy with them. And those are the 2 things I've gotten done this week. So now let's take a look at what I have on the agenda for next week. Next week I will be doing 6 skirmishers. So my plan was I would do a group of line troops and then another type of unit, so cav, artillery, command group. So I just finished this group of line infantry, so the next thing I'm going to do is work on these skirmishers. These are the metal Perry skirmishers, the actual skirmishers, not the ad hoc skirmishers that I'm making out of the plastic box. And they're really cool. They're in a lot of different poses. Like, you're not going to see anyone kneeling down in that plastic box. So what my plan is, I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to mix them in with the plastic ones. I got 3 groups I'm going to use, so if I have all 3 on the field I'll have 2 of these per group mixed in with the plastic. I think it'll look a little more authentic for skirmishing to have these guys mixed in with the other guys. And as planned, I have this officer here. He's the plastic guy. I did a little bit of kit bash on this. That pistol is from the cavalry box, and the sword, it's usually normally would have a sword in his hand, so his scabbard is empty, but I had to cut some scabbards off of, or I had to cut the hilts of the swords off of some scabbards on the cavalry, so I had those laying around, and I just glued it onto there to make it look like his sword is still in the scabbard and he has a pistol. That'll just make a little bit of variety within the plastic officers that I'm using. So that's going to be project 1 for this weekend and early next week. And of According to my plan, I should do another group of line troops after these guys, but I've already got 3 line troops done out of 5, and I'm kind of feeling the cavalry painting bug, so I think instead of going with another group of line troops after this, I'm going to go with another 3 cavalry. So that is the plan for next week. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go put these guys on the table with the rest of the guys and take a look at how they all look together so far. And here is what I have so far. So it's starting to come together. It's looking like little armies forming here. So I got my 3 groups. I got my group of skirmishers with leader, and I got 3 random cavalry guys that will increase in size as time goes by, but they're finally starting to look like a force, so I thought I'd put them all out here on the table together and show you what they look like so far. So you can tell right now that most of the guys in the front are wearing shirts. Most of the guys in the back are wearing jackets, and that's going to change once I add my Perry firing line and shirt guys in there, and then I'll just jumble them all together at the end, and they'll really look cool, all ragtagged up like that. So another thing, I've also ordered today some GMB flags. So I'm going to have a couple of guys just in some of the random groups that are going to have 1 flag, and then my command group is going to have the really nice big GMB battle flag and the Virginia state flag as the colors for the Army. And that'll do it for update number 3. Like I said at the beginning, we're right in the middle of this thing now, and this is where everything starts getting boring for a lot of people and bogging down. But getting them all out on the table like this, it's inspirational to see them all like this, and I can imagine right now already what this force is going to look like when they're done and they're on the table playing. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I think they're coming along great and right on schedule. And let me know what you guys think, and that'll do it for this video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.